Hi everyone, welcome to NetGate Chemistry. So today we are going to solve some of the previous year questions of CSIR NET exams of chemical bonding. So starting with the first question, it says among the following pairs, those in which both species are having similar shape are, and these are the species which are given as categories of A, B, C and D. Okay, so we have to find out which of the following pairs are having similar shapes. So there were four options given. First option was A and B only. Second option was A and C only. Third option was A, B and C only. And fourth option was B, C and D only. Okay, these were the four options given. So basically we have to find out the pairs which are having similar shapes. Okay, so one by one we are going to discuss each of the following species and their shapes. Okay, so starting with the first molecule, which is N3 negative. See the structure of N3 negative that we actually know. It is like this. It is linear in shape, right? Central nitrogen will be having positive charge and these two nitrogens will be having negative charge. Okay, so this will be the structure or the shape of N3 negative. So now, okay, this is linear in shape. Okay, now moving on to the second molecule, which is XeF2. Now here central atom will be xenon. Okay, this will be having 8 electrons in the valence shell because it is a noble gas atom. Now xenon is attached with two fluorines. Fluorine is a halogen and is univalent, so it will be attached to xenon like this. Now xenon will be having 3 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs, so steric number will be 5, right? For steric number 5, the geometry will be like this: 3 bonds in the plane, 1 above and 1 below. Now using Bent's rule, we know that these 3 lone pairs are going to be in the plane like this, and these 2 fluorines, they will be above and below this plane. Okay, so this is about the geometry, but we have to find out the shape of the molecule. So in order to find out the shape or the structure of this molecule, we just have to ignore these lone pairs. So if we ignore these lone pairs, what we get? That XeF2 is having actually linear shape. Okay, so N3 negative and XeF2 both are having linear shape, so this pair definitely contributes to the answer. Okay, now moving on to the third third molecule, which is ICl4 negative. Here iodine will be the central atom, so it will be having 7 electrons in the valence shell. Now iodine, this molecule is having negative charge, so due to the negative charge, 1 extra electron will be present, right? Now it is attached with 4 chlorines and chlorine is univalent, so 4 chlorines will be attached like this. This is the rough structure. Now if we want to make the geometry, the proper geometry for ICl4 negative, then what it would look like: iodine will be here, 4 bonds will be like this and 2 bonds will be like this. Now this iodine is having 2 lone pairs. In order to minimize the repulsions, these 2 lone pairs should be present above and below the plane, and remaining 4 positions will be occupied the 4 chlorines. Now if we have to find out the shape, then we have to ignore these lone pairs. So what will be the shape? It will be square planar, right? So this molecule is having square planar shape. Now moving on to the fourth molecule. So PtCl 4 2 negative. Here platinum will be in +2 oxidation state, right? And it will be having D8 configuration, so that you know it will be square planar in shape, right? We don't have to go into detail, that you know it is going to be square planar. So third and fourth both are square planar, so definitely B is also going to be in the answer. But now we have to find out, see, A and C is cancelled out, B, C and D is also cancelled out. Okay, now we are left with A and B only, and A, B and C only. So we have to just solve the third option only, and then we'll get the proper correct answer. So now moving on to the next molecule, which is ClF2 positive. Here chlorine will be the central atom having 7 electrons in the valence shell. Now because of the positive charge, 1 electron will be lost. Now it is having 6 electrons in the valence shell. Chlorine is attached to 2 fluorines, so 2 fluorines will be attached like this. Now chlorine will be having 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs, so the shape is going to be just like water molecule, like this, positive charge and 2 fluorines like this. Okay, this is the geometry, and if we have to find out the shape, then we just have to ignore the lone pairs. So this type of shape is called bent shape. Now moving on to the next molecule, which is ICl2 negative. Here iodine will be the central atom having 7 electrons in the valence shell. Now it is having negative charge, so due to the negative charge, 1 extra electron will be present. Okay, now it is attached to 2 chlorines, so 2 chlorines will be attached like this because chlorine is univalent. So iodine will be having 3 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. Now the geometry will be just like XeF2. Here also we were having 3 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs, so XeF2 was having linear shape. So just like XeF2, ICl2 negative is also going to have linear shape. Okay, if we look at the C option, for ClF2 positive and ICl2 negative, both are having different shapes, so this is not going to be in the answers. And we don't have to check for the D option. We are already getting our answer as A and B only, but for practice purpose we are also going to discuss the 2 molecules which are in D option. Okay, now first is XeO3. Xenon will be the central atom having 8 electrons in the valence shell. It is attached to 3 oxygens. Oxygen is bivalent, so it will be attached to xenon like this. So it will be having 1 lone pair and 3 bond pairs. The geometry will be just like ammonia molecule due to the repulsions of the lone pair. So this will be just like ammonia molecule, and the shape will be pyramidal. Now the last molecule is SO3. Here sulfur belongs to oxygen family, so it will be having 6 electrons in the valence shell. Sulfur is attached to 3 oxygens. Oxygen is bivalent, so 3 oxygens will be attached like this. Here no lone pairs are present, so geometry or shape is going to be same. So it is going to be trigonal planar. This structure is trigonal planar. So XeO3 and SO3 both are having different structures, so this is not going to be in the answer that we actually know. So this is all about the first question. Now we are going to discuss the second question. Now this is the second question which we are going to discuss. In this question we have to match A, B, C and D with 1, 2, 3 and 4. So basically in this question also we have to find out the shapes. So basically there were 4 options given. for matching, so we are just going to match here. We are not I'm not providing you the options here, but options were actually given that you will be knowing. So we'll start with the molecule D. Okay, so we'll start from D, C, moving to B and then A. So first we are going to discuss XeOF2. Here xenon will be the central atom, right, and it will be having 8 electrons in the valence shell. Now xenon is attached to one oxygen and 2 fluorines. The fluorines are univalent and will be attached like this. Oxygen is bivalent, so it will be attached to xenon like this. So xenon will be having 2 lone pairs and 3 bond pairs. So for XeOF2 we'll get the steric number as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For steric number 5, if we have to find out the geometry, then what we'll be doing, 3 bonds in the plane, 1 above and 1 below the plane. Now fluorines are electronegative in nature, so they are going to occupy these 2 positions according to Bent's rule. Now oxygen can attach here and 2 lone pairs can attach here because all the 3 positions are equivalent. So this is all about the geometry of this molecule. But if we have to look for the shape of this molecule, then what we have to do is we have to ignore these lone pairs. So if we ignore these lone pairs, what kind of shape we are getting? We are getting a T shape, right? We are getting a T shape. So option D is going to match with 3. Now we'll move on to the second molecule, which is XeO3. Here xenon will be the central atom having 8 electrons in the valence shell. Now it is attached to 3 oxygens. Oxygen is bivalent, it will be present like this. So xenon will be having 1 lone pair and 3 bond pairs. Steric number will be 4. Now just like ammonia molecule, it will be having 1 lone pair like this and 3 oxygens like this. So if we have to find out the shape of the molecule, then what we have to do is we have to ignore this lone pair. So what is this shape called? This is called a pyramidal shape. So option C is going to match with second one. Now for third molecule, which is FXeNSO2F twice. Okay, N is not here, bracket is here. Okay, now for this molecule, xenon will be the central atom having 8 electrons in the valence shell. 1 fluorine is attached, which is univalent. We'll attach it like this, and 1 nitrogen along with 2 SO2F groups are present like this. Here what you have to remember is that these 2 SO2F groups are attached with nitrogen and not xenon. If instead of this type of molecule, a molecule would have been given like NO2 SO2F twice, then we'll attach NO2 separately and SO2F separately because these are given in different brackets. But these are not given in different brackets, these are given like this, right? So here nitrogen will be attached with these 2 SO2F groups. Now xenon will be having 3 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. Steric number is going to be 5. Now these 3 lone pairs are S-files, so what they will do, they will be present here according to Bent's rule. Bent's rule we have discussed in part 12 of chemical bonding. So F can attach here, and this group, this NSO2F twice group will be present above the plane. Okay, so if we have to look at the structure or shape, then we have to ignore these lone pairs. If we ignore these lone pairs, what kind of shape we are getting? It is linear. Okay, so second is going to match with first one. Okay, sorry, B part is going to match with first one. Now moving on to the last molecule, which is FXeO OSO2F. Here also this oxygen is attached with this oxygen. Okay, so structure will be like this. Xenon will be having 8 electrons in the valence shell. One fluorine will be attached and one OSO2F group will be present like this. Okay, now these three lone pairs, here also steric number is 5. These three lone pairs are going to attach at these three positions according to Bend's rule, and these two electronegative groups will be going above and below the plane, right? Like this. So here there were three lone pairs, just like this case, three lone pairs which were present in the plane, and fluorine is present above, and this OSO2F group is present below the plane. So if we have to find out the shape of molecule, then we just have to ignore the lone pairs. So here also we are getting linear shape. So option 1 is also going to match with, option A is also going to match with option 1. So there were 4 options given, out of which one option was such that option A and B were matching with option 1. So this was the basically main aspect which we have to look for. Okay, so while looking for the answers, we have to match A with 1, B with 1, C with 2 and D with 3. So the option having these arrangements will be the correct option. Okay, so far we have discussed 2 questions. I think so far that's it for this video, and thank you so much for watching.